it over to Mario. Again, Mario and Terrence and others have been working very diligently over the last week plus with the craziness of the weather and thinning recommendations. We put out a ton of information in the last days in our various publications.
So yeah, I just wanna perhaps for the growers who couldn't attend the Petal Fall thinning meeting with Terrence on Wednesday. So some growers, not many, but some growers kind of went right away in the lake in say afternoon on the 27th, and they began the Petal Fall sprays. The early ones began in the Lake Ontario region on Wednesday and Thursday. And yesterday we had Petal Fall spray in Honeycrisp and in Gela, but we got rains, and we thought we could come back today to repeat those sprays. And again, we couldn't. It was a lot of conversation this morning, so we decided to wait. And tomorrow, those sprays are gonna be repeated in the region tomorrow, Saturday. It's not the ideal carbohydrate deficit. Tomorrow is more a mild carbohydrate deficit. The best carbohydrate deficit were on Thursday and Friday. So that was the reason why Terrence was recommending growers to start spraying the Petal Falls on Thursday and Friday for Honeycrisp and Gela. But with the rains, had to go tomorrow again to be able to put that and make sure that we didn't lose more than 50% of the efficacy of those sprays. So if you have a spray, I think so tomorrow you have to go. It's not the ideal deficit that we want. So you have to go with the standard rate. If you see the carbohydrate, it's nothing there telling us to reduce the rates for tomorrow or Saturday. You have to go there and hammer a Petal Fall, everything with Fuji or Empire or Macau or Gela and Honeycrisp. About the measurements, we are really asking growers to help us to get data. So for the growers that began sprays, the Petal Fall spray on Wednesday and Thursday, we're gonna be measuring during the weekend, the first measurement on Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna measure again, perhaps next Wednesday and Thursday, the second measurement. So we have going on a big effort that by Thursday, before 7 p.m., before 8 p.m. on Thursday, we should collect the maximum amount of data from sites along the Lake Ontario region, so Terrence can have enough time to review the data from Thursday midnight to the following morning on Friday, and be able to have the Zoom call for the big thinning decision. I think it's gonna be Friday, June 5th. We haven't announced the meeting, but growers have been suggesting that we should have the thinning meeting by lunchtime on next Friday, so they can make those decisions on Friday afternoon and Saturday. If we go late Friday to be able to collect more data, I don't think so. Sometimes, some cases, it's gonna be too late. I encourage, even if you didn't put up blossom thinning, even if you haven't put up Petal Fall, we can start tagging trees and setting up sites and measuring the first and the second one. If you put a spray, for example, today or tomorrow, we had to measure the fruitless 3 days after that spray and 8 days after that spray. But perhaps you're gonna have to measure for the second time on Thursday. If you wanna send us the data, the spreadsheet with the 2 measurements, you let me know. Send me an email, call me, text me, whatever. I send you the spreadsheet. You have to enter the data, and we send that to Terrence for his review, because he still want to see the data, the raw data. He doesn't want to get it directly through the phone application. That's the thing that we're doing, Craig, kind of on the go. Kind of some growers started spraying on Wednesday. We were surprised, but they saw the window and they were ready. The blossom thinning spray were not working. So that's another thing that we're learning as we go. We spray the Petal Fall before the Memorial Day weekend from Friday to Sunday. But for whatever reason, we were using the pollen 2 grow model at 60%. We went ahead, but I think so the bloom was too fast, and the pollen 2 growth rates, I think so, increased significantly with the higher temperature. So we were not able to catch up more of those ones flowers that were opening, and we were overwhelmed by the amount of flowers that opened. Even we got to a 60% of the PTGM. So even though growers put even a second or even a third spray, everything was set early, very early, and we couldn't do anything.
Mario, you have a question?
Yeah.
Question is, if I only measure 3 trees versus 5 trees, can you get enough data?
I should convince Terrence, and I should know who is that grower. If that grower is doing a good job with the measurements, I'm committed to help that grower with 3 trees. But I cannot bring data, dirty data to Terrence with 3 trees where everything was done not correctly like we want.
So you heard it. You can contact.
I'm willing to help that grower with 3 trees.
You can contact Mario. In my experience, I found that it's really difficult without having uniform trees, and even a good tall spindle block on a site that has pretty uniform soil types and everything, and the trees are all pretty close to one another. It's really difficult to pick 3 representative trees. Sometimes I have a difficult picking 5 representative trees. You know, if I see 10 or 15% of those trees might be dwarfed, maybe I pick 1 out of the 5. So I really personally, I like 5 trees. It's really difficult. But you heard Mario, if you want 3, he can work with you directly. Time is short, and it works pretty well.
Exactly. So
So
if that grower or any grower in our region want to do it, still we can support that grower until Monday. So we are helping a couple growers until Monday this week. We're going there. We don't have even the pin counts in Italy, but we're going to try to figure out how many clusters were there originally. And the most challenging thing is to try to select those clusters, the good clusters, so we can get a good representation from the bottom, from the middle, and from the top of the trees. That selection, perhaps we can have a lot of disuniformity in the orchard, but if we know how to tag those clusters based on what we are seeing from those trees, we can get good data to understand the behavior of the rest of the component of the plant.
our contact information is on our website. If you Google Lake Ontario Fruit Program or lof.cce.cornell.edu.
If you have any questions, especially about this COVID stuff, please give me a call or email me. Things are changing so rapidly, and there's so many unknowns that, you know, there's new information coming in all the time, and most of the time it helps clarify things. Concerns or like worried about the fall and that sort of thing. And we hope to have some other outreach things related to, especially the fall harvest and the COVID crisis and workers.
We're going to come out with the date as soon as possible via the Fruit Facts next Tuesday or Monday for the coming meeting, for the final thinning meeting, the big one.
I mean, our enrollees should know, I mean, Fruit Facts, they're usually on Tuesday and Friday, but if they're going to be a special day, sometimes they come earlier or later. We have information that needs to be sent out. We sent out on an email blast, which covers all the folks who are enrolled in our program. Again, I want to thank Valent for their virtual sponsorship. Really appreciate their support in these crazy times of having to do everything via Zoom. With that, I thank everybody's participation. Everybody have a great day, and I hope you stay dry because there's some heavy thunderstorms rolling through where I am right now in Buffalo. Take care, everybody.